Good morning. I've been watching Richard Dreyfuss, the actor, and Trump, interviewed by CNN. And then there was this young Swedish lady. She was injured by the tea, very badly, for life, I think. A very sad story. And she asked the question, who is responsible for my life? And I understand, you want somebody to blame, right? Somebody is responsible for what happened. And there's quite a few people who are responsible. You know, people who lied to you, the officials, right? The politicians, right? Now, what about you? I was thinking, are you in any way responsible for what happened? How do you deal with life? That's my question. You know, you want to cross the street and you're waiting there for the light to turn and say you can walk now. You're standing there waiting, and then the light turns to walk and you walk. And then there is this guy who hits you with a car and you die. And you say, well, I did the right thing. I was watching the lights. But you got killed. This thing. Right. So you can claim to be right all you want, but you're dead. You see? Because you didn't look. You were just watching the lights. It said walk. Then you walked. You never looked. You need to look, you see. You know, what do you do if somebody comes to you with a sandwich and there's something on the sandwich and the person says, well, try this, it's very good. Do you just eat it? Do you just stuff your mouth with the sandwich? Or do you at least want to find out what's on it? You know, you smell it or something. You ask, what's this stuff on the sandwich? What is it? You know, something. You do something, right? But with this one, you didn't. You just trusted them. They said, take this, drink this tea. And you never asked any questions. Well, I'm just asking. You know, they are blaming you for asking questions. Those of us who asked questions about what was on the sandwich, we were dangerous people. We were the mad people, right? I was listening to Richard Dreyfuss, this actor. You know, he was in Jaws, I remember this. He was also in this Close Encounter movie. I thought that was a good movie. And Jaws was good too. And he was interviewed about these rules, the Oscar rules. Well, that was fun. Diversity rules, see? And he said, they make me vomit. Oh, he looked angry. He could have been angrier, I thought, but he did a good job. You know, these diversity rules, I don't remember them now. But it's something like, if you want a movie to be nominated for an Oscar, the lead character, the male character, need to be a midget, something like this. And all the villains in the movie need to be Eskimos or something, you know. Incredibly stupid. It's amazing. And he could see it. He said, you know, making movies, this is an art. You can't do this. That was good. I'll post a link to it. Richard Dreyfuss, very good. And finally Trump. Yeah, I was watching him, he was interviewed by CNN. My favorite part of the interview, I didn't see the whole thing, right, but I saw parts of it. My favorite part of the interview was when he was asked about the war in Ukraine and Russia. It was good. Now this CNN stupid lady, she tried to ask him, you know, who do you want to win? You want Ukraine to win, or do you want Russia to win? Right? And all he said was, I just don't want people to die. I want people to stop dying. That's what he said. No. That was great. And then there was another clip. I'll post a link to this one. After the show, I think after the show, after the interview, the reaction from the crowd. See? This was not part of the interview. Now CNN, they didn't want people to see this, but there's a clip. How do you think people reacted to Trump after the interview with CNN? What was the reaction, do you think? Well, not the whole crowd, but, you know. Yeah. Well worth watching, I think. All right, no, I want to say this. Trump is not perfect at all. Not at all. But I still like him. See? And he said he would end that war in Ukraine within 1 day. That's what he said. And I actually believe him. He would do it. I actually believe this. And that's not a bad thing, is it? All right. Be good.